But when you're getting approached by agents, for an athlete's perspective, um, what are some red flags and what are some key things that new athletes graduating college should look at when signing with an agency? What from your experience could you give to those athletes, being like, watch out for these types of agents, or these are the types of agents you should stick with?
What I would say is, um, just in working, in the business and brainstorming with different agents, just kind of seeing how they recruit and do certain things. I think, it goes back to your point of looking at it from a business perspective. So, kind of, I'll say, even when we recruit our guys, we're very upfront about everything. If the player seems interested off our initial pitch, and kind of what we do is we lay everything out, like I said, so there's nothing in fine print that you didn't know. So one thing that I would say, I'll actually do this, Cyrus. I'll say questions to ask in order to find red flags with agents, because it's kind of, they're going to tell you everything you want to hear. But good questions to ask if you are, looking for an agent is obviously, what's your history? What guys have you worked with? Where are they at now? And literally from that, you can ask players directly and get the most honest feedback that you can get, because they've been in the situation that you're in. So I would just say, ask who have they worked with, where are they now, and just kind of get testimonials from their players if you can. Look out for any agents that are just not are unaware of your game. I would just say it's very important for your agents to know your game, because he's selling you. He's the one that's pitching you to teams every day. So, make sure that he knows your game. Make sure he knows, what position you want to play overseas. We've had guys that are shooting guards, but a little bit taller. Teams want to recruit them as a 3 or a 4 man. And obviously that's the conversation that we have with them. But make sure they know exactly what position you want to play. It will suck to think you're getting recruited as a shooting guard, but they want to put you, on the block to guard 3 men, and then you're getting beat up all game because you're guarding a guy bigger than you. So that's one thing that's important to ask. Also, just what what the summer looks like to them for you, in terms of training, in terms of where they think you need to get better. And if that doesn't align with the goals you have for yourself, that doesn't necessarily mean that the agent is wrong or bad, but it may just mean that you have to refocus the order of what's important to you in the off season. When it comes to our guys, we don't really pay for off court training or off season training. But if we do, then we look at it as essentially a loan. We'll loan you the money to get a trainer that we trust. We're gonna definitely be a part of that process, but we're gonna have you sign something, and we would need whatever we helped you pay for. We would need that back in 5 years. So a lot of those things are just important to know, because a lot of guys go into it, okay, look, I'm signing with an agent. He's going to pay for my training. He's going to give me a stipend. And then when those things don't happen, and you're just kind of stuck, it's like, dang, what do I do? It's summertime. I don't have money. I don't have a gym to work out at. I don't have a trainer that I can go to. I thought my agent was going to take care of all this for me. But from the agent's perspective, he's looking at it from a business standpoint. Okay, if I shell out $2,000 this summer for training, how long is it going to take for me to get this $2,000 back? How good is this player? How much money is he going to make his first season? Maybe not that much. Okay, that's going to determine how much money I'm willing to invest in him in this initial summer. So I would just say, just don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask who's the best client he's had. Ask who's the worst client he's had and why. Because you want to hear, the things that your agent is used to working with, things that he doesn't like to work with. And then 2, just try to know your agent on a little bit of a personal level. You know, if you can't, I know your agent's never supposed to be like, I guess, your psychiatrist or your therapist, but you know, if there can't be regular dialogue and communication outside of just, you know, hey, have you found me a job yet? Then I don't think that's a good working relationship.